Now, all right, Shalom, Israel. With I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Journal YAHANNA. And since 1969, we've been teaching this truth that Black, Spanish, and Native Indians are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, the Israelites of antiquity. I am your teacher today, preaching officer of 50, NOJUMPER, here with the Adawan, Ithanya, 500. You know what I mean? And today is the biblical law class, so we're gonna try to touch it. We're gonna touch in on why we're gonna touch it. We're gonna talk about why the laws is important and why we are in the situations that we are in today. So if I could, I want to start off with Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, first verse, Book of Shaw. Now, when we look at the Black, Spanish, and Native Indians, I know we look at each other and be like, well, I mean, you got some of us that look at us like, yeah, we are kings and queens, or we're supposed to be royalty and things like that. Those people that have that mindset, they got it because they think that they're Africans, which the Bible described them as being Hamites. I mean, growing up, we watched a lot of Hamite shows or African shows, and we see that they're the only ones that are kings and queens, like the Prince of Egypt. We see that, what else? The Mummy. Like, we already know that Egypt had a big empire. You know what I mean? A real big, famous empire. You know what I mean? So when we look at them and we believe that we are those people, we think that we're all kings and queens and things like that. I mean, and we got to try to get back to that. But notice that understanding that we don't know how to get back to that is because we don't follow God's laws and commandments. The real God's laws, the real God that you're supposed to follow up and worship, not that Egyptologist stuff. Because for so long, like, if they got the answers, why are they not at the top of the board, at the top of the food chain right now? Right. I mean, they ain't at the top of the food chain. Blacks, I'm gonna say, ain't that follows that Egyptologist stuff. It's not at the top of the food chain. Is because y'all following and worshiping the wrong God. You see what I'm saying? The God that you're supposed to worship and follow gives you laws, statutes to follow and to abide by, to give you these blessings. You know what I mean? Think of for instance, if you want to think of you and your kids. I mean, you'll bless your kids, you'll reward your kids if they follow and do what you tell them to do. You know what I mean? But if they don't, of course they're gonna get that. They're gonna feel that belt. They're gonna feel that leather. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna go, give me your phones, give me whatever the case may be. You're gonna punish them, chastise them. You know what I mean? So that's how we gotta look at God today, because our people, we look at God like he's just supposed to do for us. You know what I mean? And we don't gotta give him anything, but say we believe in God. No, you gotta be more of doers than seers. I mean, don't go ahead.
So like, so everybody says they believe in God, but they still voted for a president. You know what I'm saying? I thought Christ was king.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you voted for a president.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is in turn a king of the United States.
Right. Yeah. Y'all voted. Y'all just voted and mad that y'all upset. Listen, the Black community is upset with the Hispanic community right now. Right. Y'all upset because they voted for Trump. Y'all would have voted for, listen, if we would have voted for Kamala, what would have been different? Right. What did she say that was different than any other president that got into that White House? The Democratic president that got into that White House. Ain't nothing's gonna change. They're gonna sing you the same old song and do and react the same way. You know what I mean? So it's very important that Blacks and the Spanish and Native Indians, we follow the God that we're supposed to follow. You know what I mean? And go ahead. You could read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
It says it shall come to pass, meaning it's going to happen. Go ahead.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now, the word hearken just means listen real closely. It's an old Quaker English. The word hearken just means to listen. You should listen. What's that? Diligently, correct? Yeah. As you shall hearken diligently. You should listen diligently, real closely unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Go ahead.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
So it's when you want to understand, well, look, why I'm not getting these blessings. I'm wearing an ankh. I'm wearing I'm wearing what they call those little shirts that they wear. Dashikis. I'm wearing a dashiki. I'm wearing an ankh. You see what I'm saying? I'm smelling like underarms and feet. Like I'm washing my head with cow piss and all that. Why am I not at the top yet? You know what I mean? And that's because you are not hearkening. And this is going for the blacks and Spanish Native Indian men. You know what I mean? We are not hearkening unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Go ahead.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
We're not hearkening to the Lord thy God to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments that he gave us. You see what I'm saying? Because if we was, it just said that he will put us above all nations that are upon the face of the earth.
Right.
No way it should be more African food stores than there are African American food stores.
Right.
Or Hispanic food stores. You see what I'm saying? No way it should be more Arab. Like, should nobody come over here and open up these stores before we do? I mean, I can understand that it's the white man might have more stores and, you know what I mean, have a bigger business than we do. But for another nation to come over to America, you know, you go up to the stand and they don't even speak English half of the time. You know what I mean? But then again, they come over here and they open up stores in your neighborhood and oppress you. You see what I'm saying? These Arabs and these Arabs and these Africans, they don't do nothing to give back to the community. It's hard to, let me bring this back real quick. It's hard to do that. You know who you can't do that to? The poppies. Right. They the only ones that understand. Yeah, you messed up right now. I get it. Go ahead, bring it back. Go ahead. You had something to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say so. Let me bring it out because not only do they just come in your neighborhood and make profit off of you and your oppression, but they take something from your culture and sell it to you. Like you go to the Chinese store, what most brothers and sisters get? They get them 4 wings fried hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Arabs will put in fried chicken like it is nothing. But you ain't never go to the Middle East and say, let me get some fried chicken.
Right.
I ain't never heard of somebody say to an Islam man, or you go to any Muslim mosque and be like, where's the fried chicken at? You know what I'm saying? But you'll go to these black Christian churches where most of us are raised in, or what? My big mama house, and they frying chicken. When you go down south, they in the backyard frying fish. So why the hell all these other nations doing it? You know what I'm saying? They obviously know you are an oppressed people and you can't capitalize off your culture because it's gold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It says, you are the salt of the earth. You know what I'm saying? These other nations know that.
Right.
Their cultures have no taste. They are bland. They can't sell. They eat some bread called foot bread. They can't sell foot bread. Ain't nobody buying foot bread. You know what I'm saying? From the Middle East. So what they do, they go take your culture, they take your fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? The thing that they make fun of you for eating, fried chicken and watermelon, and they sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? The same nonsense they say that it's for the poor. You know what I'm saying? They sell it and make millions off of it while you still in the ghettos. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Crown chain is heavy, man, because that's one thing, like, we got to get out of that mindset to where as though it's like, well, look, they did it. You should feel some type of way that they did it.
Right.
You should look at it as, I've been looking at that corner store for months, years. I grew up in this neighborhood. Plan something, you know what I mean? Don't sit there and allow the oppressor or the other nations come into your home and once again take over your house. The ghettos is your house. I mean, the ghetto. Look, if the white man gave you the ghetto, make the best of it. Yeah, you know what I mean, don't look at it as it's just anything or just no. Listen. The ghetto should be the most safest place because even the white man is afraid to go to the ghetto. All these other nations is afraid to go to the ghetto, and they should. They should not want to be around us. You see what I'm saying? Read it from the top.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
Or if I could, So yeah, I mean, when we understand why are we in a position that we're in, why we're not going nowhere, we're not elevating as a people or even as an individual, why we're not elevating, and that's because we are not following the Most High law, statutes, and commandments they gave us this day. You see what I'm saying? We're reading it out of the Bible. We're reading it right now. You want to know why? Listen, worshiping God is not just saying, oh, thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. Thank you, God, for giving me this. You could thank God all you want, but you know what you do? You turn around and what they about to celebrate? Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
You thanking God every day that you waking up and getting ready to go to your slavery just to disobey what he says.
Right.
Just to celebrate Thanksgiving. So thanking God don't mean nothing if you don't put in that work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, if I could read it from the top, sir.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So
this is, if y'all want these blessings, if y'all want to be on the top of the earth or the top of the world, I mean, if y'all want to be above everybody that oppressed us, this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Go ahead.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. The
Lord said, if we was to listen diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, diligently to observe and to do all his commandments, which he command us this day, what will happen? Go ahead.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
The Lord thy God will set you above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. You'll be above everybody. You see what I'm saying? So you won't have an evil eye to a brother or a sister or even anybody in your family or your neighbor because they're doing better than you. You won't envy them. You won't. Yeah, I mean, scripture says oppression make a wise man mad. You should be upset that they opening up all these stores inside your neighborhood. You should be upset. So, I mean, you wonder why we're in this position? It's because you're not hearkening. We're about to get into that now. If you could drop down to 15. Yeah, drop down to 15. And so when you understand that we're the state that we're in now is because we don't hearken. Go ahead, if you could.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So this is what happens when you don't hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. This is what happens when you decide to join Christianity. This is what happens when you decide to join Islam. Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you decide to join, when you decide to sell drugs. This is what happens when you decide to unalive a brother instead of going to him and him alone.
Right.
You know what I mean, this is what happens when you don't, I mean, you all for yourself, you're a selfish individual. Go ahead.
To observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
If you don't observe, if you don't hearken to observe to do all his statutes and his commandments that he commanded you this day, what will happen?
That all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
All these what?
Curses.
All these curses. Black and Spanish and Native Indian women, we are cursed because we did not follow the Most High. And it's crazy because we all got the Bible inside our homes. If not in our homes, our grandmama homes. If not in the grandmoms, our mother homes. Especially Hispanics. Especially the Hispanics. All right, yeah, I mean, I understand the black community, The Hispanics even, listen, ain't nobody big on Christianity like Hispanics. Hispanics is die-hard Christians. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If we don't, we are a cursed people. You see what I'm saying? If I could, can you give me Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 10? If we don't come back into and follow the Lord's the laws that the Lord that God has given us, we will always be a cursed people. We will never get it right. You know what I mean? We won't look, we won't have that right governor or the right way to govern ourselves or even our families if we don't follow what the Most High says. If you keep following after America, being a Christian, you see what I'm saying, being Muslim, if you keep doing those things, you're going to keep falling. You're going to keep failing. You're going to keep being cursed. You're going to keep being oppressed. You see what I'm saying? It is time to wake up and it's time to get out of these things because we should feel sick of it for so long. Some of us grew up in the ghetto all our lives, seeing people come and go. That's not something you want to see. Some of us never left Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I could, can you read?
This is 11 and 10.
Count.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, verse 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers.
Listen, we turn back into the iniquities of our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? We're not a blessed people today. Just because we're not into chains and got that yoke of iron around our neck, we are not blessed. We're not lucky. You're not saved because you sit in that Christian church. You're not saved because you wear that woman dress and that hat on your little hat on your head. You're not saved because of those things. You see what I'm saying? We are falling back into the iniquities of our forefathers. What do our forefathers do? What happened and what happened way back, or what always have happened? You know what I mean? Since Israel left Egypt, since the Roman ruled the earth. What happened? We always followed different gods and ideologies. You know what I mean? We was always separate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was always going against one another. That's what happened. Go ahead, if you could. To what?
Which refuse to hear my words.
And just like our forefathers refused to hear the Most High words, just like the forefathers didn't hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God to do his commandments, his law, statutes, they command us this day. We didn't. We fell back into the iniquities of our forefathers. Go ahead.
And they went after other gods to serve them.
Just like I said, just like it was back then, the scripture says there's nothing new under the sun. We are doing the same thing that we've done back then, and that led us into slavery, that led us into being captured by the Edomites and being oppressed. We're doing the same exact thing that our ancestors did. We're doing it today. It's nothing different.
Right.
It's nothing different. Well, you know what? What would be different is no yoke of iron around our neck. But spiritually, we have that yoke of iron around our neck. Go ahead.
Like you can also tell because as soon as they talk, anybody of status talks about how the true Jews are black, they cancel them. Cancel what your cut and put you back in your place.
Right.
You feel like you a Negro again. You was just having brunch with Mike Rubin, the billionaire, or Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? Now we say, oh, the real Jews black. Now you no good Negro that commits crimes. You know what I'm saying? They start bringing up all your past. You know what I'm saying? That's the yoke of iron that's on blacks and Hispanics today. That's psychological, like thinking that voting was going to save you, black women, like you. That's psychological. Like you are literally a slave. If you thought a white woman or a white man was going to save blacks and Hispanics from slavery. You
want to know what's crazy? If I could, Because now black women, I mean, they've been saying it, but now they feel as though black men don't love black women. Is that what's going on now?
Yeah.
They try to say black men don't love black women. That is crazy. I love black women. I love them. You know what I'm saying? We love black women. You know what I mean? And that's all because we didn't vote for a so-called woman. Well, I ain't heard none of this when we ain't vote for Hillary. We ain't vote for Hillary. I ain't hear nobody say, oh, they don't love black women. They don't love women. But because y'all think Kamala Harris was a black woman, y'all feel as though, and we didn't vote for her. Shit, look how y'all treat us now.
Right.
Look how y'all treat us now. We getting kicked out for liking the damn. We're getting kicked out for liking pictures.
Right.
We come in the house, we're having a long day at work. We decided to go to the bar. We come in the house to a whole full-blown argument.
Right.
Look how y'all treat. Look how the so-called black. Well, look how the black women treat us now. Why would we want to vote for a woman to be in charge? I mean, I don't want none of them to be in. I don't want none of them to rule over me. Can't no Indian woman or white man tell me how to run or how they can't help me because they never been in the shoes that I walked in. They never had to deal with cops pulling them over just because of the color of their skin.
Right.
They never had to get rejected from jobs, just from school, financial aid and things like that, all because of the color of their skin. They never got that. So how can you tell me how to live life? How can you really govern me? Go ahead, you want something to say?
So like I was gonna say, what they know they don't want a woman, because what kind of man will want a woman to lead them? You know what I'm saying? They already complaining about how they ain't no real men, or men are too sassy, or the sassy man era, but then you want a man to vote for a leader of the nation that he lives in to be a woman. Isn't that sassy? Is that too feminine?
If I could too, I feel like the main reasons why I hear women wanting to vote for Kamala Harris is so y'all can abort y'all babies.
Yeah.
Like, what else was she trying to offer you guys? What else was she trying to give you besides y'all reproductive system? It's your body, your choice. What else was she saying? Because from what I know, she was what? She couldn't do nothing specifically for the black folks.
Right.
But specifically, they passed the Asian hate bill. For those mongoloids, like, she's a fraud to even say that. And we're stupid for not understanding when she said, damn, I can't do nothing specifically for black folks. But then again, they done something specifically for the Chinese.
Right.
They've done something specifically for the LGBTQ. And you can't do nothing specifically for the blacks? I don't give a damn about no having dinner or lunch with Kamala. Right. I don't give a damn that you came up, well, you invited a few black men to the White House. Just another building.
Right.
Like, to do what? And spend all that money to do. Listen, that goes to show how much money the Democrats and the black people have. They spent what? Like what? 1.4 billion on her campaign? Put that into these ghettos. Put that into the parks to getting the drugs off the streets. Put that into to put that into something that's more useful for the black community. Because y'all spent all that money and she still didn't win. Y'all lost double time. Y'all lost double time. If I could keep going.
The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers.
So it says the house of Israel and the house of Judah, the Israelites, the Black, Spanish, and Native Indians, we have broken the Lord's covenant that he made with our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know the Lord loves us. Time after time again, he forgive us and try to get us on the right path. He sent his prophets and teachers and tell us, listen, this is how you do it. Don't follow after them. Time after time, he wants us to do right. But because we're a stiff-necked people and we fall short every time to sin. That, you know what I mean, that we don't understand or we don't get who we are and know who we are. It's like, go ahead.
Verse 11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them.
So just like Deuteronomy, the 28th and the 15th chapter, the Lord said that if we don't follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, we will be a cursed people. Yeah, I mean, we hear in Jeremiah, the Lord said we decided to follow the ways of our forefathers in iniquity. I mean, what was it? And worship other God. What was that?
What? Deuteronomy?
No, go back up to go back up a verse.
To verse 10.
Come.
All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, verse 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers.
Go ahead.
Which refuse to hear my words.
So we're doing the same thing our forefathers done. We refuse to hear the Most High words. We refuse to hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments. Go ahead.
And they went after other gods to serve them.
And then we went after other gods to serve them. Oh my goodness. Salakia. We went after Christianity.
Right.
We went after Islam. We went after all these other gods to serve them. What's that? Rastafarian? Hey, that's what we got. What's Rastafarian? Dog? It is. That's what the Jamaicans believe in, right? Okay, smoke weed.
It's a spinoff of Hinduism.
Is it? Good night. We follow after all these other gods. We chase all these other gods to serve them. Instead of serving the most, your God, like what is so hard to not be an LGBTQ? Why is that hard to do?
Right.
Why is it hard? Like, listen, I love women. You understand that. It's nothing more comfortable and more peaceful than being under your woman.
Right. Watching
movies, cadoodling. Cadoodling is a word y'all should look up. It's a good word. Yeah, I mean, y'all would sound real intelligent using that word to y'all read. But cadoodling, yeah, I mean, it just being under that woman is just crazy. But no, y'all want to be under fucking muscles, Salak. Y'all want to rock hard. Y'all want to lay on a rock hard arm. What? Y'all, this is crazy. Y'all rather have a rock hard arm to lay on than you mean a tail. Lay right on the tail, watch a movie. Boom. It's like we follow all these other guys, man. Christianity don't teach us not to be homosexuals. Islam don't teach you not to be. Salakia, I seen a bull garmed up with the dress, the Muslim dress, and all that on, just as LGBTQ it can be as he can be. Yep. Just feminine. Oh, he was just talking to it. He was a young man too. He probably was like 17, 16 or something like that. Dressed up into the LGBT, it just the whole swag was gay. Go ahead.
It's like I said, because I remember seeing a video. It was a brother, and he was talking about he was on a vlog on Ramadan. He's like, "This is how I prep for Ramadan." And he do a little prep, I think whatever he was prepping his outfit or whatever, and then people make funny videos of it too. And then there's a dude over there, they come and kissing it, and I kiss my boyfriend, and everybody's like, "What?" Ramadan, yeah. It was coming crazy.
Good night. So listen, none of these, to me, I never heard none of these religions really talk about homosexuality, LGBTQ. Like, is it wrong or is it wrong? It's okay for your members to come in your church dressed as go ahead.
So I get it. I would say that they're gonna believe it. They don't believe it's wrong because they also are part of the leaders of their organization.
That's right.
Their churches are also LGBTQ plus.
More so like it. More women for the pastor.
Right.
More women for your pastor. So your pastor don't mind that your husband is looking at the guy that's shaking the tambourine. Your pastor see that. Your pastor know that. They had confessionals, don't they? Chasing after these other gods and serving them, all you're doing is destroying yourself.
Right.
And you're making the Most High mad. Don't think you're making God of the Bible happy because you feel like, well, this is who I am. Try not to be who you are and be who the Most High wants you to be.
Right.
Let's start there. For everybody that want to, all these Christians that follow the Bible, let's not do what we want to do, but let's do what the Most High tell us to do. So eating that shrimp, crabs, pork, and lobster, let's try to put that down because the Most High said that's an abomination. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We follow and serve these other gods. Go ahead.
The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers.
We broke that covenant. The Black, Spanish, Native Indians, we broke the covenants that the Most High made with our fathers. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them.
So the Most High said, because we didn't hearken and we fell back into the iniquities of our forefathers, and we also served other gods, we also joined Christianity, we also joined Islam, Buddhism, Egyptologists, we all followed all these other things, and we didn't serve him. We didn't follow him. He sent evil upon us. What's some of the evil? So like I say, what's some of the evil that the Lord sent upon the Black, Spanish, Native Indians?
Crack cocaine in the 80s.
Crack cocaine in the 80s. You know what I mean? The biggest one of them all, he put the Edomites over top of you.
Right. Shalaki.
Go ahead.
He put the most subtle beast of the field on top of you.
The most
disgusting.
The most disgusting. Salagi, they don't even wash their legs. I seen a video, Shorty was talking to Kevin Hart. You see what I'm saying? And she don't wash between the toes. She said the soap drives down my body and it should be. She said, I don't sweat. Like, what you mean by that? What you mean by that? Go ahead.
No, I don't say like it's heavy because like they gotta be the dumbest nation on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And then they on top.
Then they on top.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's evil.
That's evil.
That's evil.
Like that's the meaning, and like knowing that you're supposed to be on top and you got this dummy on top. He can't even he's so stupid he'll destroy the whole earth. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm wrong for saying this, Salakia, But that's like your teacher putting the special ed kid in charge of the class. That's like that's like your teacher putting a special ed kid over top of the class. Like, watch them. And you got to follow and do whatever they tell you to do. Slag, you don't wrong for it. Slag. Nothing against them. Just want you to really understand on how offended y'all should feel. Because I feel offended from that. Like, Slag, Jamal got all A's. I'd rather him, you know what I mean, give the orders. But instead, they'll give it to the one with the helmet and the hand that can't even move right. That's what the Lord did to you. But Black suspension in India, man. He sent evil. He sent go ahead.
I will bring evil upon them, which they shall be, which they shall not be able to escape. Listen,
and we have not escaped that. Till this day. To this day. To this day. You see what I'm saying? We're under him. We have to follow his rules. You see what I'm saying? We have to follow his leadership. We're voting, for crying out loud.
Right.
We're voting to see which party is going to oppress us.
Right.
That's what you're voting for. Slocky, you want something to say, sir? What's time, Christ? We're voting to see what party was going to oppress us the most. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, it's talking about escape. Like, you Negroes, the uppity so-called rich Negroes, went to Ghana. Thought you was going to escape. What happened when you moved that up? Now you're getting oppressed by some stinking Ammonites. You know what I'm saying? They definitely don't believe in washing up and bathing and doodles. You know what I'm saying? So you can't escape this oppression. You know what I'm saying? You can't escape these curses because of what we did to the Most High. The Most High isn't just one place on this earth. He created the whole earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You think you're running away from something. You know what I'm saying? Because especially Esau controls the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? You think you're going to get away from him or the Most High's reach. You know what I'm saying? It's insane to me that you thought you were going to go to Africa and live a better life. Ludicrous and all that. Meek Mill telling everybody to go to Africa. I can see the push. You know what I'm saying? Now you stink. Now you stuck in the doodle hut. You know what I'm saying?
So now you stink.
Yeah. Now you stink for real.
Yeah.
You fight every morning with the flies and the food. You know
right.
What I'm saying? Like, and the little kids, skinny kids trying to take your clothes and all that. You know what I'm saying? Now you really hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's heavy, man. If I could, just read that part from the top. Right. Last part you was just at.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, verse 11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them.
The Lord will bring evil upon the Black suspension if it is. You know what I mean? So when y'all want to understand why are we in this situation and position today, it's because the Lord is sending evil to you. It doesn't matter what degree you have.
Right.
It doesn't matter what electrician jobs you have. What good bar you want to go to that's safe. Because there's always going to be an NOJUMPER to take. No. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter about those things. You see what I'm saying? The Lord sent evil on you. You can't escape the Lord's wrath. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And Salaki,
let me see.
I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And those
Salaki, if I could, he said he'll send evil. Listen, the Puerto Ricans that voted for Donald Trump, the Lord just sent evil to you. The Lord sent evil to you. The pile of trash that he looked, yeah. Y'all pile of trash to him that's floating in the ocean. But then again, y'all don't mind voting for him. Y'all don't mind making somebody like that above you. instead of another. Listen, even though black Spanish we are the same, but instead of another Puerto Rican or another black that's going through the same thing you're going through, when these Hispanics started getting deported, y'all about to suffer and go through the same thing the black people went through. The same thing. Driving because you're Hispanic. Yo, pulled you all right over. I need to see your green card. Well, why did you pull me over? Give me a green card and I'll tell you. Like, well, what's the reason for all this? Now you on the side of the road in a chokehold.
Right.
Y'all about to experience the same thing your brothers had to experience for 400 years. Go ahead.
And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
And even though we'll cry unto the Most High, Christians and Muslims, listen, the black and the Spanish woman, y'all sit there, y'all cry because what? Your sons got locked up, your sons got unalived, your daughter's going missing, your son's going missing, a bunch of things. You can't pay this bill, you got to figure out what you're going to eat the next day. You cry unto the Lord, and yet, y'all did not decide to hearken into the voice of his what he says to do. Y'all did not follow his laws and statutes, commandments. But then again, y'all cry unto him. Y'all cry unto him. Understand, he sent evil to y'all. The Lord is doing that because y'all didn't hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. And even though y'all cry, y'all tears, y'all sit there in the room by yourselves, y'all cry in the middle of the street because your son got unalived, the Lord is not listening to that.
Right.
And what happens? Now y'all thinking like, well, look, there ain't no God, because how can God do this? How can you do this? How can you pick up that strip and put it in your mouth and eat it? How can you pick up that pork and put it in your mouth and eat it? How can you sell drugs to another Israelite? How can you unalive somebody that's going through the same thing that you're going through? See what I'm saying? As long as we do these sins, as long as we go against the Most High, it doesn't matter how loud you cry. He will not hearken unto you. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Then the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all.
Read it from the top.
God, this is the book of Jeremiah 11 and 12. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense.
And listen, Shalagi, do we not see this today?
Right.
Do the black and Spanish, do y'all not go unto Allah to cry and ask for help? Do y'all not go to your pastors and cry to Caesar Borgia? Cry to that white Jesus? Do y'all not go to him and cry out and ask for help? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, all them sisters that wanted to vote for Kamala, I know they was out there burning all the sage, rubbing all the crystals.
Was y'all not bumping crystals?
Right. Was the chakras wasn't aligned? Was the Kamala was there? You know what I'm saying?
Was the chakras not chakering?
Right.
Listen, he said y'all were crying unto the gods that y'all had incest with. It's lucky. Yeah. He said, y'all will go and cry unto the gods that whom thy offer incest with. And what will happen? Go ahead.
But they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble.
Good night. So when the blacks and the Spanish, when y'all want to understand why God is not listening and hearkening to what you're not listening and hearing your cries, for one, you're not following what he says.
Right.
Y'all didn't hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to do all his commandments.
Right.
Y'all didn't listen diligently. So guess what happened? The Lord sent evil to you. He sent evil. Why did he send evil? Because we followed the same thing our forefathers did. We followed after what they did. What they do, they worship everything else but the Most High.
Right.
They followed after everything else but what the Most High told them to do. And when we even, listen, it was more disrespectful when we even cry in the streets. We don't cry to the Most High. We cry to Caesar Borgia. We cry to Allah. That's who we cry to. We cry to our ancestors. We cry to Trump, Kamala, like they're going to do us something, anything. We cry to them instead of the Lord of the Bible, or the true God. You see what I'm saying? If I could, can you give me Micah chapter 2, verse 10? It is sad that it is sad that well, that's why it's important, I'm gonna say. That's why it's important that we listen and hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right.
To do and to follow at the way he says. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's important to know who you are. To know that you're an Israelite and it is laws and statutes that you have to follow. Because when you join Christianity, what Christianity teaches? It's okay to eat pork. It's okay to be a homosexual. It's okay to love everybody, even the ones that oppress you. Listen, even the ones that oppress you, they tell you to love everybody. Christ loved everybody, they used to say, right? God love everybody. They love the pedophiles. They love the killers, the murderers. They love the guy that sold drugs to your grandma, your mom, your aunt. They love them. They love that man that just unalived your son. They're gonna say no. Do they unalive? I mean, do he love Trump? Right. Do he love Trump? You see what I'm saying? It's very important that we know who we are, know the laws to follow, know the God we have to worship. It's very important to know. Because I'd be damned if, because of me, because of what I said or what I've done or how I place, for one, my kids. For one, you always going to give praise to the Most High. But thank you, Dad, for teaching me. Thank you, Dad, for letting me know who the Most High is. I'd be damned if you give credit to another man.
All right.
I'd be damned if you said Santa Claus. But damn, you give credit to Santa Claus. It is time. Listen, right now, as Black, Spanish, and Native Indians, it is time to wake up. If I could, can you read?
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye.
Arise ye. The Blacks and the Spanish and Native Indian man, listen. Arise ye. Yeah, I mean, get up. Understand who you are. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And depart, for this is not your rest.
This is not your rest. It is time to depart from America and America ways and how they got you feeling. It is time to depart. Everybody come to America and push what they want to push. You listen, you come to America and say this frog is God.
Right.
You can't do that over Islam, can you? And why is that? Because they understand Allah is their God.
Right.
America, it's so easy to be deceived in America. That's how you know it's easy to be deceived in America. If you look at anybody old that's from like another country, and when they come here, they don't want their children to interact with Americans. They don't want that. Because an Arab woman or an Arab dad, for their daughter to deal with an American man, they know that that's going to take them away from their gods. And that's why the Most High told us to deal with each other, to deal with another Israelite, instead of dealing with another nation or another heathen.
Right.
Because all they're going to do is take you away from me. Scripture says, arise ye and depart. Get up, Israel. Get up, black man in Spanish. It's like, if I could. See me one more time, warrior. Water. Listen, Scripture says, arise ye. Wake up, black and Spanish. Man. We've been in these churches for how long? We've been following and worshiping these other gods for how long? And yet nothing has changed. You still living in the ghettos. You still living check to check. You still unaliving one another. You still sleeping with each other's wives. You still doing these things. That's why the jail is filled with nothing but Christians and Muslims. These jails, listen, you go into jails, there's only two religions, Christian or Muslim. We've been following these different religions for so long. And you know what kills me? Because even when you deal with the Islam, was in these jails, it's not Arabs, Muslims. It's black men that are Muslims. Like, wow. It's black men that are Muslims that's in these jails. That goes to show that these Arabs don't do what y'all do. You're supposed to be Muslims. They know not to sell drugs to one another. So, you got something to say?
I was going to say, they know there's a difference between you and them. You know what I'm saying? They not out here on the corners like you. They not selling bean pies like you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You on a hot Friday afternoon when you should be with your bread or something. On the intersection of the boulevard selling bean pies and tuxedo. You know what I'm saying? While they using that money that you giving them for oils and the bean pies to go support their war against the Israelis. You know what I'm saying? Their fight. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give you shout outs when it was time for you to go up against your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no Arabs funding no black or Hispanic movements to fight against oppression in America. But all of a sudden, you're supposed to be supporting Palestinians. You were supporting Palestinians since damn Malcolm X.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Going over there to Mecca. You know what I'm saying? Pushing Islam. You know what I'm saying? Pushing their religion. When the hell did they ever do anything for blacks and Hispanics? You know what I'm saying? Besides profit off of us. You know what I'm saying? We don't gain nothing from going to Islam, which is why I love the shirt so bad that I got. Where's the nigga guy? You know what I'm saying? Where's the guy of the niggas? You know, so where's the guy that we can relate to? You got
a shirt like that?
Yeah, I do.
Almost like Christ.
You know what I'm saying? And where's the God that hears our cries? You know what I'm saying? It is right here in the I.S.U.P.K, the God of Israel. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, you know what I'm saying, sent his men back to this earth. You know what I'm saying? To wake up his people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To wake up blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come back to their culture. You know what I'm saying? To come back to their God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of Buddha, instead of Allah or Christianity or some rock, you know what I'm saying? Instead of all of that, you know what I'm saying? He gave you power. And that's what the I.S.U.K is for.
Good night. Yeah, I mean, we don't listen. Blacks and Spanish men, woman, and child. Following other religions do not get y'all nowhere. It don't get y'all nowhere. Allah's not the one that's punishing y'all.
Right.
So when y'all going through whatever, don't sit there and pray to Allah and try to ask for him for forgiveness.
Right.
Because y'all want to fall again. What the last scripture say? It says you will cry out to you will cry out to those other gods and they will not hear you or help you.
Yeah.
That's what make the Bible so stone cold. Yo.
That's how you know it's a black man.
Listen.
You ever pissed off a black man? He ain't trying to hear nothing you got to say.
They don't give a damn. It's a lot here. Listen, this Bible is so crazy. Yo, man. You gotta listen. Y'all gotta really tune into these classes and really hearing the breakdown, especially listen. These breakdowns these brothers be giving and this game that these brothers be putting you on the Command General YAHANNA. Listen, tune in to Black Watch. That's where you get all your game. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, that's where you get all your game, man. Listen, the Bible is so hardcore. It's very important to leave Christianity because you will never know how hardcore the Bible is. You will sit there and think Jesus was the soft-looking guy that looks sad and just put his hand over you and now you all healed and okay, and he tell you not to fight them, leave it in God's hand. When Christ told his disciples, sell what you got and strap up. It's like, you know that scripture? Yeah. Sell what you got. Listen, strap up. Arm yourselves, man. Like, listen, the Bible is not for the weak. And for those that don't follow, it shows that y'all are weak. Y'all can't hear another black man telling somebody else, listen, unalive him, take that. I was just messaging this shorty, and she was telling me, I can't believe that a God will or don't love or don't like the other people because of the race of they or the color of their skin or the race. She said they are. And I'm like, well, why not? Like, who are you to tell God who to love and who not to love? Who are you? You still smoke weed, don't you? Yeah, you smoke weed. You got a husband? Maybe 7. Between you and the Lord. I'd tell you that's wrong. Go ahead, you got it?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 35. And he said to them, when I sent you without purse and scrip and shoes, lack ye anything?
Oh, slow it down for me, brother. Slow it down.
And he said unto them,
read it from the top, Baba Kashaw.
This is the book. And this is the book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 35. And he said unto them, when I sent you without purse and scrip.
It says, when I sent you without purse, what do that mean?
Money.
God. When I sent, listen, what color is those words?
Red.
Red. So this Christ saying this. When I sent you without no purse, without no money, go ahead.
And scrip.
Go ahead.
Shoes.
Shoes, nothing. When I sent you with nothing, it says strength.
Scrip. SCRIP.
Go ahead.
Lack ye anything? And they said nothing. Verse 36. Then said he unto them, but now he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip. And he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. Listen,
the Lord said, if you ain't got no sword, sell your purse, sell your garment, and go buy one.
Right.
Go buy a sword. A sword is just a weapon.
Right.
So if he was here today, he'll tell you, listen, go sell all that. Go get a gun. Go strap up. Go get that K. Go get a glizzy. Yeah, I mean, go arm yourself. Christ knew how wicked these heathens are. Christ knew that these heathens was against you. Go ahead.
It's like a strip is a small wallet or wallet of some sort.
God. Christ knew how evil the oppressor was, these other nation was, and how they were here to, how they wanted to devour you. He wanted you to arm up. Come together, arm up. Go ahead.
So you bring it out because this shows that Christ wasn't no effeminate man. You know, saying he believed in warfare.
He believed in warfare. They got that turned the other cheek, and they took that. Listen, you just a punk. Right. You're just a nut.
Just say you don't want to fight.
Just say you don't want no problems. Like, I don't want no problem, bro. You slapped me kind of hard there. Good night. Just say you slapped me kind of hard. I'm cool. Like, you won. Yeah, I mean, Christ wasn't about submission. Listen, he went into the church and drove out everybody that was selling in the Most High temple. He went to that side of that temple and drove out everybody. Everybody with what? What was it? A 3 braid? Go ahead.
He braided up some type of tassel, and he's like made it to a whip. Whipping everybody.
He out there like this. He in there, just. Now imagine listen. Imagine the day if you was about the Lord's business and you see people going against what the Lord says. You loading that Glock up. You putting every bullet in that joint. These niggas think I'm playing with them. Well, all right, pistol whipping everybody as you get in there. Go ahead.
I just think of the young brothers today when they feel like slighted in the club. They say, "I'm gonna air this out." They shoot in the air or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just so everybody can get out from disrespecting them or something like that. That's how I know he's a so-called, not so-called, a black man. You know what I'm saying?
If I could, I will hold that. I will hold that. But no, what he's saying is true. That's like these YNs, these young niggas. They feel disrespected. I mean, you disrespect them in the club. What they gonna do? They gonna dip out. You think he a nut because he left? He outside waiting for you. I said, listen, Christ went in there and he was trashing everybody. He was trashing everybody. Now, if y'all could just imagine somebody going in there. What they said, it was a tassel, a braided up tassel. When he went in there, had a braided up. It was like a whip, whipping everybody. Bang, 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 bang. Going there raising hell. Probably two-pieced a couple people. Scriptures don't say, but when you understand, listen, he wanted to. For one, if you messing with my business, I might try to defend it. And if I see I can't handle you, all right, let me tell about it. And you dipping out. Listen, man. The Bible is not for the weak.
Right.
The Bible is not for the weak at all. You know what I mean? The men in the Bible are real warriors. The men in the Bible love their nation more than anything. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, you got it? No, don't worry about it. Just if you could give me Luke 16 and 17. So it's very important to hearken and listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, because when you deal with these Christian church and these Muslim mobs, when you deal with anybody that don't know that he Israel and know the God of the Bible, they're going to tell you to deceive it. It'd be quick to do what you want to do once you follow in Christianity. It's like, God knows my heart, though. Well, what is your heart?
Right.
Like if I pick up a cigarette and light that cigarette, what is my heart telling? Like, what is Mario telling me? That I want this cigarette? What you mean he knows my heart? God knows your heart. Allah knows your heart. When people say that, that's just an excuse to do whatever sin that they want to do. The Lord gave us law, statutes, and commandments to follow, to do. And that's what we have to do if we want to end up on top. Go ahead. If you could, read it, sir.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 17. It is easier for heaven and earth to pass.
It said it is easier for heaven and earth to pass. It is way easier for heaven and earth to just go away, disappear. Go ahead.
Than one tittle of the law to fail.
Than one tittle of the law to fail. The laws are not done away with. No, you cannot eat strips. No, you cannot eat crabs. Yes, it's a sin to unalive another man because he was trapping on your block. Go ahead.
So like I said, the definition of tittle is a very small part of the law.
Listen, like he said, if y'all hear him, he said the definition of tittle is a very small part of the law. Now one jot, now one tittle. If you could, give me Matthew 15, Salakia, 5 and 17. The laws are not done away with. Yeah, I mean, it's a sin to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Right.
Who would want to celebrate? Listen, y'all, to let y'all know what y'all celebrating, y'all celebrating the death of the Taino Indians or the Native Indians. That's what y'all celebrating, the death of them. Your brothers. Like, would y'all like if y'all brother got unalived, what is it, November 28th? If your brother got alive November 28th, should I be going out celebrating that every day? Would y'all feel some type of way? Well, listen, they do that anyway, right? Y'all listen, we have no respect for the dead. Y'all call it memorial, but a remembrance of the dead, but it's like, listen, let him go.
Right.
Let him go. Don't throw no party for me. Don't celebrate what? The day I died?
Right.
Y'all celebrating the day that they took my life? Let the dead be dead. It's like, if you could get that scripture, son. Look, put it to the test. I get it for you. Give me a second. Salakia, stay with me. Salakia, give me one moment. Oh, that's it. I'll find another time. Slaggy. Got a head in my notes. But let the dead be dead, man. It's time to wake up and depart from America.
Right.
What I have you holding? What was
Matthew 5 and 17.
Huh. It's time to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. These laws, listen, the laws are not done away with. The laws are not done away with. You can't even do what you want in America. What makes you think the Lord wants you to do what you want to do? What makes you think the Lord would accept you because you are LGBTQ? What makes you think the Lord accepts you because you unalive somebody because they saw it on your block? Or what makes you think the Lord accepts you because you're a drug dealer? They be the drug dealers with the Jesus chain, right?
Right.
It be the rappers that's preaching you to unalive one another with the Jesus pieces on, right? That's why it's important to get out of these Christian church. That's why it's important to get out of the Muslimized. Because, listen, y'all will move differently if y'all really knew the God of the Bible. It's like, if you could.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
It says, think not what?
I am come to destroy the law.
Think not that I come to destroy the law. For all the Christians that think the Lord, that Christ nailed the laws to the cross, he said, think not that I come to destroy the law. He didn't come to destroy the law. Go ahead.
Or the prophets.
Or the what?
Or the prophets.
Or the prophets. Go ahead.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
He did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Sly, you know what he came to fulfill, sir?
What you mean?
He said, I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
To show you how to live the law. Like, Christ didn't sin, did he? So he came to show what it really meant to.
It's like, if you could just bring it up just a little bit.
So the definition of fulfill means to put into effect, to execute.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So it says, he didn't come to destroy the law, but to fulfill, meaning to execute the law. Meaning he came to show you, brothers and sisters, that the law is not impossible to do or to not transgress. You know what I'm saying? He came to show you that you can be perfect. You know what I'm saying? You can be perfect, nigga.
God, the shades is heavy. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Itanya 500.
All right. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Barakatah to the brothers. Shalom, Shamar, Thabah Shem Yahushua to the sisters. We're the I.S.U.P.K, start on 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? Since 1969, we've been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the truth that we are the true Jews of the Bible, not the so-called Israelis that's been bombing the Palestinians to piss. You know what I'm saying? I was just watching a video on not vet.com. It's called I think it's called Vet Network. You know what I'm saying? It was showing how these group of white boys, they go into the Ukrainian war. You know what I'm saying? And they show how Russia has been bombing the hell out of Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because you know what I'm saying? You think the war is something slight. You say you think the war is something slight, like, because you don't see it every day. Give me faith is nothing without works. It should be in James 7. Oh, you're fine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't see the war, you don't see the bombs dropping, but for some reason you think it's not really happening. World War III, in your eyes, isn't happening because Trump is in office. You simple. You know what I'm saying? And also give me simplicity. You know what I'm talking about?
What you wanted?
Ye are simple ones. Ye simple ones. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted James, the one in James first, about faith without works. I think it's James the 7th or the 2nd. You know what I'm saying? You so simple, because you don't see the bombs. Go ahead.
Okay. It said, just in the book of James, chapter 14, it's like in chapter 2, verse 14. What does it profit, my brethren, though a man say he has faith and have not works?
You know what I'm saying? This go to you so-called blacks and Hispanics that thought voting, you know what I'm saying, and praying to God, praying to Lord Allah, you know what I'm saying, praying to Buddha, praying to them stones, praying to whatever the hell we worship it nowadays. You thought that was going to get Kamala Harris in office, you know what I'm saying, when that was wrong in the first place. My brother brought out how you are sinning when you do those things. You are going against the Most High. The Most High will not hear your cries. And it's something that already happened before, where we prayed to these other gods. You know what I'm saying? He brought out earlier. We prayed to these other gods and they don't answer you neither. You know what I'm saying? So what's the answer to when you are going through troubled times? You know what I'm saying? You follow what the Most High set forth. You know what I'm saying? The brother brought out how when we'll follow these commandments, he'll set you on high above all nations on the planet Earth, on this earth. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about getting seconds, you know, or being second. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about getting table scraps no more. You don't got to worry about going to Aldi's and the food is rotten. You know what I'm saying? While the white man living on his high horse, he picked fresh meat from his yard. You know what I'm saying? He go, hey, Pedro, go kill that lamb out there for me. Go kill that cow out there for me. Cut it up and put it in the fridge. I want to have that for dinner tonight. And then he go throw it in the trash. You know what I'm saying? You want to be on top. You want to be in those positions. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in the bottom no more. You don't want to get the processed and you know what I'm saying? How many of us was raised on hot Cheetos for breakfast in the morning? How many of us? You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no full cooked meal. You know what I'm saying? For breakfast. You eating cereal, wondering why we all got malnutrition as children, wondering why all our teeth filled with what do you call those things? Caps. Yeah, cavities and caps. Because you had no choice but to go to the poppy store and get the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Get the hot Cheetos, the Doritos. I remember and this brother laughing. I know it's true because everybody come to school with the black bag, and you know what I'm saying? That's your breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. That's not nutritional for a breakfast, man. You know what I'm saying? That is not a nutritional meal, man. And that's why I tell my rib every day. My daughter's spoiled. She getting eggs. Eggs expensive now. You know what I'm saying? I understand when my mom and my dad was talking about eggs. That was and for black and Hispanics, having eggs was special, wasn't it? Those were for special days. Go ahead.
Saying it's so heavy because listen, it's real fancy now today.
Right, $5.
$5 a carton. Listen, if your dad or your mom is in the morning cooking you eggs, just feel spoiled. Just know that you got a better lifestyle than most. I say, you see what I'm saying? It's like
right. You know what I'm saying? If voting wasn't going to change that, you know what I'm saying? Voting wasn't going to be able for you to wake up and go and have 40 acres all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? It says faith without works is nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the book of James, 2, verse 17. Even so, faith has no works, is dead, being alone.
You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead. This is how you know the Christians is a damn lie. They'll tell you your bills is cut off. I mean, your lights is cut off. Well, we're just gonna have to pray on it, you know, because you believe in the Lord. And I know the Lord is gonna figure out a way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's gonna figure out a way, but guess what? You gotta work for it. You gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? You can't go out into this earth and into this world and think everything is gonna come to you. You gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? You want the kingdom of God, you gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? You want the kingdom of God, black and Hispanic man, you gotta come into this truth. You gotta teach the people. You gotta sacrifice your Saturdays. You gotta you know what I'm saying, lose that money. You lose, sometimes you might lose that rib, you know what I'm saying, lose that family that you always wanted. You wanted that white picket fence, the golden retriever dog, and all of that. And you lose that because of what? You had to put on that all black. You had to put on that armor of God. You don't celebrate Christmas no more. You know what I'm saying? Those things are easy to do. What's hard is to become a prophet of God. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to debate you. You go into a bar, they see the cover on you. Now you in 10 different debates. My brother Bakariala brought out, he went to Washington Square, just the video kept in the Zaryak battle. He said, as soon as they stopped talking, every brother in the joint was battling. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead, you have something to say?
Kyle,
Hey, warrior.
if I could, sir, first thing I'd like to say, shout out for the MP for Cardiala. And another thing I'd like to say is, I got a scripture for what you're saying, what you was bringing out. It was James 2:26. It says, for as the body without spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also.
Yeah, go ahead. Shit. No, oh, you ain't gonna break it down?
We're gonna break it down.
I got it. Read it from the top. Now I thought you brought it up because you wanted to break it down. Go ahead.
Oh, it's like it says, for as the body without spirit is dead.
You know what I'm saying? Your body without a spirit is what? It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't alive. You are a corpse. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Oh God.
It's making a comparison here. Go ahead.
So faith without works is dead also.
Faith without works is also dead. You want to know why Muhammad Ali became one of the best boxers in the world? It's because he believed he could be. You know what I'm saying? So faith without works is dead. You want to know how blacks and Hispanics is going to rule this earth? It's because the minute of I.S.U.P.K, we have faith that blacks and Hispanics are going to rule this earth because the Most High is going to get us out of that, out of our oppression and put us there. You know what I'm saying? We have faith in the Most High. We have faith in our people. You know what I'm saying? Because we understand that we are the gold on this earth. We are the salt of Salaga, the salt of the earth. You know what I'm saying? We're that flavor. You know what I'm saying? Because we see, just like Ezekiel, those dry bones, and we could turn those dry bones into something precious. You know what I'm saying? We can turn those things into proper minerals, you know what I'm saying, that can be used to build a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Most High gave the men in the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA, other than your Christian church. You know what I'm saying? Where they see you, they see the gold that you really are, the coals that you really are under pressure, and you turn it into diamonds. They see that. You know what I'm saying? They see a flower growing in concrete, and instead of watering that plant, instead of giving that thing life, they just drain it, use it for all of its nutritional properties, and do nothing for it. You know what I'm saying? And here in the U.P.K, Commander YAHANNA, he nurtures those plants. You know what I'm saying? He nurtures those things. He gives it knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He gives it true wisdom. You know what I'm saying? He nurtures it so it can bear more fruit. You know what I'm saying? Now you're raising sons and daughters in the truth. Now you bringing other brothers in the truth. When the Christian church, they just want to take for you everything you got. You know what I'm saying? They want you to vote for Kamala. And now, and it's crazy because now that all of this is over, they said they raised $40 million for Kamala Harris within within like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Now Kamala's campaign is going, where all the money at? Now she lost. Now what? You stupid Negro. Like, come on now. How long will you love simplicity? You got that scripture still? You know what I'm saying? How long will you love simplicity, man? How many times they gonna pull the okie doke on you? How long will the Kamala Harris? I can't wait, man. Trump said he's gonna do the biggest deportation in history. You know who he competing with? General brought it out the other day. You know who? Donald Trump, the one that every black and Hispanic is supposed to hate. He said he's gonna do the biggest deportation, right? Who is he competing with to have the biggest deportation rate? Everybody's favorite president, Barack Hussein Obama, who has the largest deportation rate during the presidential reign. You know what I'm saying? That's who Donald Trump's competing with. You know what I'm saying? But he's for blacks and Hispanics. You see how the wool is slowly getting pulled from your eyes as you watch this class? You know what I'm saying? This gets deeper and deeper. And that's why the men in the I.S.U.P.K, we are needed on this earth because you thought Obama was going to save you. You know what I'm saying? You thought Kamala was going to save you. You think Trump is going to save you? My Hispanic brothers, I feel bad for you. He put, what I got that. I'm going to pull it out Thursday. That's what my class going to be on. The dude, the evil behind dude that Trump put in charge of the deportation thing. I think it's like Caesar or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That dude, that cat, man. He said, I was watching this video. He said, they was like, what about the families? You know what I'm saying? What if one is American, the other? He said, no, we're going to keep the families together. Deport them both. Deport the whole family. I'm like, sheesh. Oh, we going back to Jim Crow. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, we. And this is what we wanted, right? So-called Latino and black man. You know what I'm saying? This is what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you voted and still got the answer that Kamala was going to give you, which was going to be more slavery, more oppression. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? One was going to be wrapped up in a rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Kamala Harris was going to have your black boys talking like they were going to be, they wanted to be girls. You know what I'm saying? That is the slavery that the Democratic Party pushes. And the Republican, they want that yoke of iron back on your neck. They want to see you Negroes and you us Hispanics, they want to see us back in cages. You know what I'm saying? They want them borders, them jails on the borders, they want them filled so they can put us back on the field for cheap, for nothing. They want to see them see the black men in jail and the black women doing just shake and tell. You know what I'm saying? If that's what they want, why do we keep giving them that? This is why black men under Christ need to stand the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Sisters, you did your best. But I'm sorry, the black men need to take it back. We need to take the mantle back because they've been abusing the black and Hispanic community. Go ahead.
They said that Donald Trump beating 2 females. He beat 2 females up.
Sheesh. He beat 2 females up, sexually assaulted one. He said, grab him by the vagina on another statement. Oh, sheesh. And this is your president. But your black behind, you can't even get a job with a felony. You can't even carry a damn firearm. He got the nuclear launch codes. You see how crazy that is? You know what I'm saying? You can't even get a 9mm. You can't even get a 22, which is essentially a BB gun. He can get the nuclear launch codes. You know what I'm saying? You really think you free in this country? You thought voting was going to make a difference for you when he just proved to you that white power. Literally. He literally called Puerto Ricans floating trash and got in office. Just like the general brought out, man. Right? America runs on racism. And then they keep talking about it's been hidden. It ain't been hidden. It hasn't been hidden because when did Trayvon Martin die? And it's so funny that everybody leaves out this detail. He wasn't killed by police. He was killed by a civilian. A neighborhood watch dude, a nerd, a goofy. You know what I'm saying? He looking out the window like he's an actual officer of the law. And he killed Trayvon Martin. So you thought racism was it? That was during Barack Obama's campaign. Go ahead.
If I could too. Listen, it's crazy because these heathens are they want to unalive us so bad that the dispatch was telling him to stand down.
Right.
They was telling him, don't follow him. Don't pursue him.
Right.
And what happened? He did it anyway. And what happened after that? He got away. And
he on tour selling is the gun that did it. You know what I'm saying? For millions of dollars. You said racism was hidden? Come on. You got that scripture, Yeast, how long will you love simplicity?
Come on.
Pull it, man, because this is nonsense. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? How
long we gonna love simplicity, man? This man was not a officer of the law. He was told by true officers of the law not to pursue this young black man with a hoodie. And what did he do? He said they always get away with it. I had that bloodlust in Esau. Yes. You know what I'm saying? He had to kill that young boy. You probably right now watching like, oh my God, that was years ago. I'm trying to ignite that spirit in you again that most black people had when that happened. Because you obviously forgot. Racism hasn't been hidden for nothing. It's been in your eyes. You've been rocked to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You forgot what has been going on. You know what I'm saying? You forgot. Blacks and Hispanics, we still been dying under Barack Obama, under Joe Biden, under Kamala Harris, and under Trump. Ain't nothing changed. Go ahead.
It's like I got precepts.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
Man, these so-called white people, man, they've been killing blacks and Hispanics, man, and been blaming us for getting killed. They always get away with it. You know what I'm saying? This is why the men in the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, YAHANNA, says America has to go to war. They have to burn. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I know your white friend. You love your white friend to death. You know what I'm saying? You hate Becky's cooking, but you have to separate from America, man. Because America has to die for what? Say it again. The perpetual what? You know what I'm saying?
God, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
That is why America has to go to World War III.
Right.
That is why Trump had to go in office. You know what I'm saying? You wanted Kamala Harris to get in office because you thought somehow she was going to save America. She was going to somehow give you reproductive rights. Sis, you having rights to your so-called reproductive obviously isn't good because you are killing the baby. You are literally trying to kill yourself. You know what the military does when somebody is loses their mind, basically? They take away their gun rights because they can't, you're not to be trusted. So now you can't go get a firearm. That's what needs to happen to these sisters. You don't need the right to your reproductive system because you poking it up. Sis, you putting a vacuum in there. You sucking all types of life out of your vagina and you trying to tell me you need your reproductive rights? Sis, go heal. You know how they be so quick to say you need to heal? Sis, you need to heal. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you can't bring a baby in this world because you ain't got enough money. Sis, go heal. Harriet Tubman had babies and she was in slavery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your great grandmother had babies and she was in slavery. Ducking the Ku Klux Klan, burning crosses on the field. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of hearing that nonsense of I can't have babies. I need to. Sis, you need to go heal. You know what I'm saying? You know how you go heal? Go get a man that's actually righteous under Christ. Instead of just lying down with every scumbag that has a bag of money. You know what I'm saying? Instead of laying down with every scumbag that portrays himself like he has money. You know what I'm saying? That he scams, sells drugs, or he wears nice clothes. Because a lot of you simple females, you fall for just that. Or you fall for this, that mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? You fall for the mouthpiece and now your legs wide open. Because you didn't have a father to tell you how to hold yourself, you know what I'm saying? How to vet a man and know a righteous man when you see one. And that is why the men of the I.S.U.P.K is so important. That is why we're so precious when it comes to this earth, man. Because without the men of the I.S.U.P.K, Salakia, all you would have is your so-called gangsters, drug dealers, politicians, and scammers, man. And that is the pickings these sisters are going to have to deal with, man. That is why I'm fearful for my daughter, but at the same time, I know brothers in here are raising up strong men because my daughter is going to have a chance to be under a rightful husband, you know what I'm saying? A righteous husband, you know what I'm saying? Without the fear of being abused, without the fear of being left, abandoned, abused, you know what I'm saying? Because the men of the I.S.U.P.K here raise our children right. We don't raise them to vote. We raise them to build families, man. We raise them to build a nation, you know what I'm saying? Under Christ, man, under God, you know what I'm saying? And that is why the men in the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA is very important to the world of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because nobody else will do it. Nobody else is going to stand up for blacks and Hispanics. Kamala Harris won't, and Donald Trump won't. And that is why every time we try to invest our spirit or anything into these politicians, we always get bamboozled, tricked, because we love simplicity. They throw Meg Thee Stallion up on stage, Glorilla, Cardi B. They pulled out all the works at the end of her campaign. Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? They had to reach far and wide for blacks and Hispanics to believe in them. And guess what? It still didn't happen because America runs on racism. You know You know what I'm saying? America wants that bloodlust back. And they chose. They chose. Go ahead.
Kyle, you're saying it's so heavy because when you look at it, like you said, like you brought out before, where was Jackie Chan at?
Exactly.
Where's French Montana at?
Where is French Montana on the campaign run? Where was he at?
What was these other heathens? But because they want to deceive you so badly, and because you are so quick to be deceived, they knew what they were doing. It's like
they knew exactly what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that what's some people called them Arabs and them Chinese. They know they gonna stick with theirs, but they know they can divide you, and they gotta make sure they can divide you. Because when you come together, it's something so sweet. You know what I'm saying? It's something so powerful that they need to make sure that you're divided. Now, blacks and Hispanics are on this red and blue campaign. Now we got the 4B movement. You seen that nonsense? You know what I'm saying? Where the sisters, not sisters. I don't even think sisters. I'm taking it back. I did see sisters say they was doing it. Go ahead.
It's like I must have appreciate it too.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke. This is the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 15. And he said unto them, ye are that which justify that yourselves before men, but God knoweth your heart. You justify yourselves before men, man. You justify everything you do because a man said it was right. Right? We don't do it because of God. We scam because what? Scam and make you money. And making money is good for a man to do, right? This is why brothers drug deal. Is it not? Why we sell drugs? Go ahead. God, that's why brothers cash app is not in the so like it. Yeah, this is why our a lot of you brothers and sisters, bank accounts is shut down. Yeah, we'll talk about how y'all got that 7-year ban from getting a bank account. I found this out. I ain't know it was 7 years. Them banks ain't playing with y'all. Go ahead. Is this Chase? Chase. You thought you was gonna run away with 10 bands? And Uncle Sam wasn't gonna know? Come on now. White man don't play about his money now. Esau do not play by his damn money. You thought you was going to scam a scammer. Out of all people on this earth, you going to scam Uncle Sam? Go ahead. Yeah, garnished. You know what I'm saying? That you gonna get your first legitimate job because you have to now. All the scam money ran out. Garnished. Now you poor. Now you made 50,000 on paper. You know what I'm saying? You over there looking at your checks. You looking at your check all the way salty, grumpy. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened when you don't follow the Most High. Instead, you wanted to follow some dumb scammer that told you, oh yeah, this is a glitch, get money glitch. You know what I'm saying? This is a Forex. You know what I'm saying? This all that. You doing everything to get money. That's how you know blacks and Hispanics are destroyed, though. When you reaching and grabbing for just the breadcrumbs of anything to get you some type of funds. You know what I'm saying? This is how you know you was living in squalor. You know what I'm saying? Because the Nigerian, he's the top scammer. I don't know if y'all know this. They go to New York. Them Nigerians run that scamming bracket. Why the hell is blacks and Hispanics the only ones getting locked up? White man also. I just seen a movie on a white dude. He created this app. It was like when Bitcoin and all those coin, what do you call it? It's not coin things. It's cyber funds or cyber money was popping back in COVID. He made some app. I forget what the app is called. And he had his own John, and he had everybody invest, but it was a scam. He made millions of dollars off of this. He finally got arrested. And you know how much time he did? I think a month. Good. His counterpart, Indian, I think he was East Indian. He got locked up for maybe 5 years or something like that. You do these scams. You are going to federal prison, brother. Go ahead and try to do these scams like Esau. You don't belong in these places, man. You are oppressed people. You are an oppressed people. You're not free like this so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? White man is the first gangster. He's the first gangster. Who do you think was the one with the Tommy gun shooting up the Rolls Royce? You know what I'm saying? It was him. He was doing the first drive-bys. You know what I'm saying? He was beating up and terrorizing the neighborhood. The Italians came over here and terrorized the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Now what? Blacks and Hispanics, we try to emulate that.
Now these YNs got switches, and they trying to terrorize the neighborhood, getting killed, and all types of stuff, having mamas crying. You can't even do it right. You say, I remember the general about this. I said, we try to copy Esau so bad, we can't even do the damn thing right. You sell $10,000 worth of drugs and you get caught. 20 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? Esau, he's flying in planes, boats, and all tons of cocaine through the borders, and he is still free. While we get a dime bag, you know what I'm saying? Or not a dime bag, what is it? An ounce or a pound of whatever. And we getting 20 years under the jail. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33.
Uh-huh.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts,
Uh-huh.
the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Meaning the blacks and the Hispanics, we're oppressed together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing separate. It's nothing, yeah, I mean.
Blacks and Hispanics, you are together.
Yes.
You are not separate. You are one nation, one family. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say it in Spanish like they be doing it.
I'm not going to say I'm and it says, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go. We're not going nowhere as long as we follow the white man and the things they tell us to do.
Right.
They're not going nowhere. They're not going to let you go. They refuse to let you go. They don't want to let you go. That's why they don't mind giving you a little bit of stimulus.
Oh, yeah. That cooked a lot of blacks in Hispanics. They try to survive the whole year off of that.
They don't mind letting you hit a few scams or whatnot, but trust and believe you will get caught. They don't mind you busting a few tracks. You know what I mean? They're gonna make you. They're gonna let you do it enough to where you think you got over on them, but they know what you're doing. Man,
they the ones that set the trap out there for you. They literally threw the crumb out there and you ran out there because they knew is exactly like the rat experiment. You know what I'm saying? You put food out there, the rat's gonna come. So they know you're gonna go for it because they starving you. What else are you gonna do when you have no money, have no form of economics? You're gonna go and try to sell drugs because you weren't taught no different. Your father wasn't there to tell you something different, and the mother is what? Listening to whoever the hell out there. You know what I'm saying? Because she's the weaker vessel. The sisters tried, man, but they are fighting against the oppressor, man. Without a husband, without a man, she couldn't do it by herself. You know what I'm saying? But I want to read that scripture again because I want to read fast. Go ahead.
Oh, no. You want me to read from the top? I'm going to keep going.
Read from the top.
Read from the top. Thus saith the Lord of hosts,
right?
The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Okay, blacks and Hispanics, you were oppressed together. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And all that took them captive held them fast.
Fast, meaning in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, firmly fixed, adhering firmly, not easily freed. You know what I'm saying? They held you. They didn't want to give you up. They're holding you tight. You know what I'm saying? You blacks and Hispanics think America wants to. You really think America wants to get rid of blacks? You think so? Who the hell cooking the burgers? Nigga, like, go ahead.
If I could, if you think about Egypt,
right?
He didn't want to let the Israelites go.
You want to know why though? Who the hell making the money? You think they gonna come from their pile of scotch? All the Judites left. Let me cook these burgers. I gotta cook my own food now. I gotta go pick my own cherries from the trees now. I gotta cut my own grass. You know what I'm saying? You really think no? This is why they gonna have the prison system. Why you think the prison system was set up? So you Negroes could set yourselves up to go back to prison. Back into slavery. You know what I'm saying? Go read the law. The laws, when you go to jail or a prison, you literally become a slave again. Go. You ever seen some of them southern jails and what they got them doing? They're literally slaves. They in the fields. They are literally in a chain gang working in the fields. Singing Negro spirituals and all. That's why most of them be like, don't let me go to none of them southern jails. You know what I'm saying? When you in the country. And guess what? Your warden, your sheriff, your CO, he was on that horse with a whip. Are we forgetting? Yeah, or the shotgun, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Are we forgetting how the Border Patrol did the Haitians on the border? This whole picture. Was they not on horses whipping? Mexicans? You know what I'm saying? They beating the hell out of during, because what was that? Was it a hurricane that forced the Haitians to come across the border? I think it was their leader. They had a dictator over there. And they all started coming because that's when we sent our men out there. And they gave them food and clothes. The mission of Aguna, or however you say it. You know what I'm saying? What do we forget that white man was on the horse beating our brothers' backs? You're still a slave, man. Keep going.
Oh God. And they refused to let them go. Verse 34. Their Redeemer is strong.
Ooh-wee. Who's their Redeemer? The Lord, man. It's not Kamala Harris. You know, it's so crazy about that, because they'll read that scripture and still go vote for Kamala Harris. Like, your Redeemer is strong. You know what I'm saying? It's not Trump. You know what I'm saying? Yahawah is your Redeemer, yeah? And who is he sending? He's sending Christ and 200 million angels. And you know what a strong presence is? It isn't, oh, please let him go. Oh, please pass these policies. That's strong Redeemer. You know what he's sending? He's sending destruction. You know what I'm saying? He has to destroy America. Keep going.
Oh God. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their case, that he may give rest to the land and delinquent the inhabitants of Babylon.
Ooh-wee. Oh, Salakia. I'm trying to look at the definition of plead.
Hey, Alexa, what's the definition of plead?
Plea is usually defined as an appeal or entreaty. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for plea.
Read it from the top. That verse.
Oh God. Their Redeemer this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 34. Their Redeemer is strong. Mm-hmm. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their case.
That's how you know it's a Negro book too. He shall thoroughly plead thy case. He is not talking about negotiating with the so-called oppressor. You know what he's talking about? He's talking about, I'm gonna throw these I'm gonna kill him. Right. That's as simple as I can put it. I am thoroughly doing it though. As thorough as what's more thorough than just taking the nation out? You know what I'm saying? Pleading the case. Keep going.
God, that he may give rest to the land and delinquent the inhabitants of Babylon.
He's going to give rest to the land. That also shows you how much destruction that this so-called white man has been putting on this earth. You know what I'm saying? The polar bear is about to go extinct. Right. I ain't never eat a polar bear. So what the hell is Esau killing all the damn polar bears for? What the hell are you killing all the penguins for? All right, what's going on? Go ahead.
I know, it's like, I'm saying it's heavy because I was just thinking that, like, if he's not eating the polar bears and all the snow and everything is melting, those penguins, they should start to come together.
Right.
Because they need that land.
So
they don't live on the water. They need land.
This I'll show you how evenly, how is these animals, because the animals that's going extinct aren't edible animals. These aren't regular animals. These are the most, I think the most vicious bear out of the bear family is the polar bear. Why the hell is Esau hunting? Is the grizzly? No, that's the biggest bear. I think the most dangerous bear, Alexa, which bear is the most dangerous bear? I'm pretty sure it's the polar bear. I'm pretty sure I read that.
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. The most dangerous bear in the world is considered to be the polar bear, Ursus maritimus, as it is.
Alexa, stop. Salakia. I'm telling you. And then Esau want to go hunt that. I'm saying, what is the, first off, I hope he's not eating it, because there's a disease that bears carry that humans catch. You know what I'm saying? He's going to hunt that, and they're extinct now. You know what I'm saying? You guys want to say?
God, Esau hunts and eat everything.
For real, bro. Like that man, and the Lord is going to give this earth rest, man, because the earth needs it. You know what I'm saying? The earth needs it. He polluted the water. Everything is dirty. You know what I'm saying? And and the Lord is going to redeem blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Man, it's time to come back to the Most High, man. Get in class, I.S.U.P.K.com, man. Find a school near you. You damn near everywhere at this point.
Right.
I know you know a brother that's an Israelite in this school by now. There's so many of us, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Salakia. We're the I.S.U.P.K, Star 1 West, under 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. Yeah, and that's it. Pay your tithes, man. Pay your tithes.